Hello everybody, welcome back to the Daily Journal series. We're currently vibing up at the Old Gold Power Plant now. You'll see a very interesting addition to the team that wasn't there before. I'm making a lot of team changes that I wasn't really expecting to be making. We got Skeledirge on the team. Now that's gotta seem weird, running 2 Riot Shoes and a Skeledirge, but why might I do that? Well, the reasoning is, I don't want to be sacrificing too much strength this week. Skeledirge is a ghost type. Now, Espeon does produce more strength, but I also have new goals. Those new goals being prepping for the actual event that's coming up. And I've prepped an ingredient list, as I typically do. Now, the primary ingredient in this ingredient list is by a long shot apples. Although I'm going to need to start running my Vikavolt soon. I may actually swap that on today, because I need a decent amount of coffee as well. We got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that's 4 days. How much coffee does my Vikavolt actually make? Oh, ignore this. And I don't have a good camp ticket running right now, so I may not get enough coffee in time, actually, come to think of it, because I might have delayed that a little bit too much. 87 a day? 87 a day over Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 days. At 348? Okay, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. But we do want to get that, so I think I'm going to swap one of them off today to take the Vikavolt. Probably the Gengar, because it's the one that produces the least amount of raw berry strength, while I am well overstocked for mushrooms. I've produced plenty. But why did I choose this ingredient list? Well, it is specifically to prep for 2 weeks worth of ingredients across 2 different meal types. Because I'm going to be relying more on ingredient specialists than before. If you watched my strategy guide video that I released this morning for this event, I think that this is one that we should be focusing on berries a little bit less, just because we don't really necessarily know which island is best for us until we know the stats of the Hoenn starters, which is going to be pretty late game decision, so I don't think we can really count on favored berry anywhere specifically, so I just wanted to prep generalist teams, and generalist teams like, well, week 1, skill specialists are going to be insane. So this is what it looks like. I put it in as Lapis just because I was intrigued to see what this Cresselia strength would come out to be. But realistically, we're looking at this for raw strength before applying favored berry or anything. There is a Raichu here, which is a berry specialist, but I'm using it more for the ginger. But I also wanted to prep across 2 meal types. So this is for week 1 for desserts, if I roll it. Week 1, this is week 1 salads. Just looking at how the teams worked out, I think it's a pretty good idea that week 1 I probably go Lapis, just because both of these teams work really well at Lapis. We got Mime, Espeon, and Cresselia doing a great trio of Psychic types, boosting the Cresselia's main skill, and then getting a lot of Psychic type berries, and then the others just being there as well. And then if we go week 1 Lapis here, we have Beware, Espeon, and Cresselia, all having favored berry as well. Beware having berry finding S, while also producing the corn that we need. Now, the reason why I'm prepping this specific number of apples, is because if I go week 1, if I land week 1 desserts, then I need 133 apples for the teams that I've prepped. If I land week 2 desserts as well, I need 27 times 7. I didn't actually, well, I can actually see. It's on weekly right now. I would need whatever 27 times 7 is, basically. Which I worked it out that that's basically almost exactly 323. So this is my security. But otherwise, even without the... Now, the reason why all the other stuff is prepped is just because that gives me, like, roughly 1.5 crafts of the meals that I want week 1. And then the idea is late week 1, I'd probably prep the, like, 1.5 crafts of what I want week 2. And it should be pretty decent strength. If we land desserts week 1, then we're looking at roughly 5 million Snorlax strength. If we go, well, okay, if we don't go Lapis. If we're just looking at raw strength, no matter where we go, roughly 4.3 million strength. That's pretty solid. Week 1 on Curries is looking like 3.3 million strength. Granted, that's a million weaker, but once again, it should get stronger because we're making Dream Eater Butter Curry, which is a pretty low level right now with a 1.5 times meal boost. Oh, wait, no. This is without the 1.5 times meal boost. But it should level up. It would level up and get a lot stronger. If this were to say, it's probably going to average like level 35's boost-ish. So we just make that estimate. That's like more like 3.5 mil. Not bad. Although right now it is at 19. So I'm not opposed to 3.3 million Snorlax strength. That's still Master 20 at Greengrass Island. For prepping for 2 weeks across 2 meal types, I'm not upset by that by any means. So that's where we're looking at for week 1. And then week 2, we got to change the event boosts because the event boost isn't skills, it is ingredients or cooking. So week 2, we're looking at, now we would have the apples here. We'll, it was like I'm going to say like just 200 apples just to get it in there. 3.7 million for Zing Zap Cola. This team is a lot weaker, not at Old Gold Power Plant, because a lot of it relies on the strength of Raichus. And once again, the Raichus are here, but they're more being used for their ingredients than they are for their berries. But the fact that they're good for berries, too, is just a nice add-on. But then, this team as well for cooking, this is for if we roll salads week 2, we should have it just work out. This team produces a lot of every single one of the ingredients. In fact, we're probably going to be able to rotate some of them off later week because like 70 soybeans excess per day will be set. I'm not too concerned. And we get to run Espeon no matter what, really. Every single one of these teams includes the Crespion combo. It's only the other 3 that change and what meal we are making. So this gives us flexibility to easy travel to get away from just one meal type for both weeks because of a lot of prep work that I've done. But I need to get 323 apples, which leads me back to Skeledirge. That's why Skeledirge is here, because I'm still not wanting to sacrifice too much strength this week, but there was just zero chance that I made enough apples prior to the event by running all the Pokemon that I currently am, because I wanted to continue making Neroli's tea this week, which takes up 15 apples per meal, which is 45 apples a day. 2 Raichus making that, they're not making enough apples to do that, and overstock to get 323. Now, this Skeledirge is one that I actually evolved yesterday. I've had it sitting in my box as a Fuecoco for ages. But I finally just pulled the trigger because I actually needed the apples. So, I pumped him up to level 50 where he gets Helping Speed M. He's got Ingredient Finding M, Triple Mono Apple. It's a pretty solid Skeledirge. I don't really know what else to say about that, but he should pull in enough apples that by the end of this couple days, he'll be doing pretty well. But let's now put in Vikavolt to make sure that we get the coffee we need as well, because those are the 2 major ingredients. Once they're done, we'll swap on the other Pokemon to build up the rest of those ingredients. But stockpiling the apples is going a lot quicker now that we're not just using all of them for Neroli's tea. But yeah, I was going to check the bag to show you guys. We're at 163. Only needed like 100. Only 160 more is all that's needed. Which I'm just interested to see. I wonder how much is predicted per day with this team. No good camp tickets. No event. Well, we'll just leave the event boost on because we're not really looking to figure out strength. We're looking to figure out ingredient numbers. It's then. He's probably still a Fuecoco in my box. Wait. No, he's a ghost. I did evolve him in the box even. Yep, here he is. Skeledirge. Okay. Making 166 apples a day, which 105 of them are coming from Skeledirge. Man, if this dude was level 60, how much would he make? 138. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, 160 or 105 right now is what we're making. We are eating 45 of those though, so it's like 100. It's just over like 120, or yeah, like 121. And for coffee, we're making 85 a day. So broader context, we should be set as far as that goes. But yeah, I think we have enough mushrooms. Well, I guess we don't have quite enough mushrooms because we've got 4 3 full days left, so that's 9, 10, 11 meals. So 11 meals at 9, that's 99. Okay, we do have enough mushrooms. We need 99 mushrooms. We have 109. So yeah, we're all clear to take goal that off the team. And also, something interesting, the last thing that I wanted to mention, if we look here, I'm already actually set on milk. I've got 23 milk, I need 14. Cacao, we're already set on as well, 16, I already have 30. Thank you, Cresselia, thank you, Nightcap. So we just got to build up a few potatoes, a little bit of corn, some tomatoes, and then some... Oh, ginger we're already plenty set on. We have 181. So we really just need the potatoes, and the corn, and the tomatoes. So I'll probably run mime for like a day, on the last day or so of the event, hoping to build up those tomatoes and potatoes. Maybe run Beware for a little bit to get that corn. So we're doing some real last-minute prep, while still also trying to push for strength as best as possible. Which is pretty difficult, but I'm hoping to land at least 2 million strength by end of week. I'm thinking we should be fine with that, but only time will tell. But after that long discussion about my plans for this upcoming week, let's hop right into our sleep session review. If it would load, that is. There we go, there we go. Nine hours and 11 minutes. Good to see. That looks like a snoozing graph. No, it's balanced. This is my balance now, everybody. We should be at 8 spawns. I had to say, we were at like Master 5 yesterday, I want to say. Yeah, yeah. 3 3-star spawns, a 4-star spawn, but no 2 stars. That's intriguing. Okay, we got a couple Paldean starters. Big shocker there. I guess out of all the Pokemon here... I mean, I got a really good Milk Sprigatito yesterday, so my milk needs are kind of covered now. I guess the only thing here that I even consider investing, that, like, I don't have a good option for already, is Munna. Now, Munna does kind of suck. It's one of the worst berry specialists in the game. Although, it does synergize well with Cresselia, which I have a great Cresselia, so there might genuinely be a case to use a Musharna for my account, if I get one with pretty good stats. So we will catch a Munna. Most players, I wouldn't suggest Munna as a target. It's not that interesting of a Pokemon. Especially now that they brought the... Well, the main skill goes up to level 8 now, which... Honestly, it's just further apart. Oh, also we'll attempt to catch the Caterpie, because why not? It's hungry. I've already got a really good Caterpie that I will be leveling up and evolving when the next island comes around, but I wouldn't be opposed to having another option, because you know what? What's better than Berry Fighting S, Adamant Nature, Help Speed, which is what I think the other one has, is Berry Fighting S Helping Bonus, and I don't have that yet, so... Thank you, Neuroli. We're always making serious strides around here. As for which candy to send out, we'll go with the Fuecoco. I think it's the best option around here. Crocolore, Fireball, Hugging Sleep. Crocolore's got to be one of my favorite starter middle evolutions. I'm not gonna lie. He actually feels distinct from the others, and it is like because he's unique in his own way. He's awesome. Anyway, Quirky Nature, that's neutral, so kind of whatever. Dream Shard bonus, doesn't really matter. There's no helping bonus, no Berry Finding S, it's trash. If I did catch a good Munna, then that would make me regret using Munna candies in the Cramomatic. That'd be the worst part about getting a good Munna, is I wouldn't be able to Cramomatic Munna candies anymore. Anyway, Caterpie, we've got Berry Finding S, that is good to see. And a Mono Honey list, which... You know what? This is gonna seem stupid, but I'm gonna star it. Not because it's great, but it does have Berry Finding S. And honestly, I've found as time has gone on, I've come to really appreciate the Mono Apple list on my Raichu. Because it actually produces a significant amount of apples to contribute to the production of a meal. So if I can find some sort of synergistic meal with a Mono Honey list, and this dude also has Berry Finding S, like, I'm sure it can actually produce an alright amount. Like, it's not going to be amazing, but if I could use that honey in a meal, then I think there's actually a case to be made for using this dude at some point in later game meals. I'm not saying that it's a great option, but it's alright. And with inventory and an ingredient finding subskill as well, you're actually going to get a decent amount of that. So, I'm just interested to see how much honey does it make. Because if it can supplement enough, then honestly, like 42, that's not terrible. Ideally, if we're looking to supplement off Berry Specialist, it'd be during a good camp ticket week, which 51, a little bit better. I'm not saying I'm going to invest it. My other Butterfree is definitely a better option, but I've come to really appreciate the Mono list on my Raichu. And I can see the value in a Mono list on a Berry Specialist. I almost think that it's more valuable than people just immediately writing it off. And you certainly shouldn't hunt a Berry Specialist for its ingredient list, but I don't think this is something I want to trash. I'm probably going to keep it forever. It's probably just going to sit in the box, but if one day I can make good usage out of it, then one day I can make good usage out of it, and I may consider it. Because my other one is Honey Tomato Tomato, which is also a decent list, because it can actually contribute a decent amount of tomatoes. Good job, Scaladirge, coming through with those apples. But anyway, that's pretty much everything for today. Some pretty interesting considerations I think I made, looking at that Caterpie, as well as the planning that I'm making. I really last minute throwing together anniversary prep. But if you have enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Down in the description, we'll have a link to join the Discord. You can come join us, hang out, talk about all things Pokemon, sleep, and the like. Huge thank you to all of my channel members. It really means a lot to me that you guys want to show your support in that way. If you too want to become a channel member and are financially capable of doing so, then the join button is down below for that exact reason. But do note that I have no paid rewards for members. And as always, I thank you all for watching, and I hope that you all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye now.